Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Mao's Morrow versus Dignitas SjoW, and it is game 2, and this is on the map that you're familiar with, Zelnaga Caverns.
All right.
So another classic map here, and it is a Terran versus a Zerg, which means that, well, you didn't play Terran or Zerg.
Yeah,
so
this
it's
is
okay.
the matchup I know the least about.
I got you, man. Don't worry, I got
yeah.
you. So we do have SjoW here as a red Terran in the bottom left-hand corner. Both players wishing GG good luck. Morrow, the Zerg player now, interestingly enough, not opting to play Terran. He likes his Zerg. No doubt he switched over because of that little Infestor buff, and we'll see if he sticks with Zerg when Infestors kind of go the way of the dinosaur as well, because we all know they're getting that little bit of a nerf.
They're getting a nerf.
They are
What's
getting a nerf.
What's the nerf that was in there? I didn't really
they're not going to do as much damage versus armored units with the fungal growth.
Oh, it was just changed from like a percentage to an actual hard number of hit points.
Which is actually pretty big.
Yeah, that is really big.
Yeah, so I wonder if Morrow's going to stick with Zerg. He only plays Zerg against every matchup, minus the matchup when he has to play ZVZ. That's when he switches over to Terran, and I can understand that fully.
Yeah, ZVZ is definitely a volatile matchup. I feel similar about PvP, although it's getting more and more. The metagame is moving. It's not always a 4-gate on a 4-gate anymore.
It's definitely still the most linear matchup. Like, there's only really 1 or 2 builds that work, whereas in ZVZ it is starting to branch out a little bit. We are seeing Mutalisk come into play. We are seeing Roach Hydra, which has been common, Ling Baneling as well, Mass Infestors. So I still feel like it's the most linear matchup, but you know, give it some time.
Yeah,
so more stuff comes out.
I gotta say though, in PvP, I'm loving the Zealot Archon style with upgraded gateway units, just going Zealot Archon with maybe some High Templar, some Immortals mixed in.
Yeah, against
that beats a Colossus ball. That actually beats a Colossus Protoss ball if you engage it correctly.
Oh, just Zealot and Archons?
Yeah, Charge Lot Archon.
I've seen that. I've seen a couple of games of that before. It's hard to pull off though. You have to get the Archons right up in the face of all the forces. You got to get the Zealots attacking the Colossus and all the rest of the ground forces as well, and you know, it can be kind of hard to pull off.
Yeah, the Archons actually demolish the Zealots.
Yeah.
And, it's a really good build.
We do have the Marine attacking the drone there. Just a little bit of stutter step micro from SjoW. This game, he's got to bring it back. Otherwise, he's going to be knocked out of the qualifiers. And $20, man, that's a Benjamin. You don't want to lose that. Is it Benjamin or is it Jackson? It's a Jackson.
But it's all worth it because you win these and you get a full ride to IPL AC October 6th through 9th,
that's
guys.
What I'm saying. They have to win it, though. If they lose it, then it's like, oh, I just lost $20. Flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Top 2 from each qualifiers. We've got 4 of them going. So 8 people are going to go ahead and earn themselves a free ride to our tournament. Hotel, airfare, everything. And they're guaranteed to make it into the 32-man championship bracket, which has a guaranteed $1,000 payout. So it's actually amazing for our players.
I know, man. It's going to be pretty awesome stuff. Well, we do have SjoW coming off with about 2 Marines right now. He is adding on the factory, and it looks like he's going to swap that with the barracks currently constructing the reactor. So he's going to have reactored Hellions coming out fairly soon, and a command center coming behind that. So looks to be a pretty common opening from the Terran player. The Marines, though, taken out fairly quickly by 4 speedless Lings, and Morrow's going to assume map control.
He's throwing down a Roach Warren here for Morrow. It looks like we'll have to see if he goes for another kind of bust. I don't know if he's going to try that on this map without SjoW having taken his expansion already. So we'll have to wait and see. Here come the 2 Hellions, like you said. Good call there. What is that? Is that a tech lab he's throwing down on the barracks?
Most likely is, yeah.
Okay.
He's just going to switch into tanks and Marines, which seems to be the predominant strategy after opening up with Hellions against Zerg, especially on this map. It's a fairly good combination of units. However, Morrow looks like he is going to go for that Roach strategy again. He's only building 3 Roaches, though, but is he going to build more? There's a 4th one. Is he going to go for the 7 Roach rush? He's only constructing 4 right now, so he is just going to build a couple of Roaches, and no doubt this is going to be used to defend against the Hellions.
Yep, and there's actually a very early stim coming down from SjoW, as well as a starport, so he might be going for some sort of stim timing, or do you think it's more of a defensive stim?
He's probably just getting the stim pack because you want to get that stim pack right away as soon as the tech lab finishes.
Right.
It's arguably the best upgrade for Marines.
He started at 530 though. That's pretty early for stim with like 2 units on the field. Let's take a look at what he's got. What is it?
No doubt he's going to pump out some more Marines
fairly soon. 1 Marine and 4 Hellions, so he's pretty light on the forces. What is another barracks going down? Starport almost done.
Yep. And I would imagine with this first starport, he may produce 1 Viking, but he's probably going to go with pure dropships. Let's see what he makes. Not quite enough gas to produce any of those units quite yet, but we'll see if he goes with 1 Viking to pop Overlords, or if he's going to go for the dropships. Right now, the creep spread for Morrow You know, Dark Rabbi, it's looking pretty good. He's got creep going every direction so far, so not too shabby there. And a pretty late speed upgrade for Morrow. But, you know, you don't necessarily need that speed upgrade right away if you're going for those early roaches. And it looks like the Hellions popping off the creep tumor as well. 2 roaches encountering those Hellions, and they are going to be able to deflect SjoW's Hellions for now.
That's very nice, denying the creep spread.
Not bad at all. He goes in there, pops off a single tumor. And, you know, it's annoying, dude, as a Zerg player.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to bring out another queen, you got to replace that creep tumor, start a whole new branch. So it can be quite irritating for Zerg players to lose those tumors. But we do have those Hellions. They are just poking around the map right now. What do you think SjoW is going to, you know, what do you think when do you think he's going to make that push out? Because I think typically Terran players, they wait for the stim, they wait for combat shields to get siege upgrade, and then they make that mobile push. But a lot of times they'll push towards the gold rocks and capture that expansion, which on this map is very, very good to just PF that location and hold it down.
Well, is that a Viking over there by Morrow's third? Yeah, it looks like this Viking's going around harassing Morrow's overlords. This is very annoying for a Zerg player, and also really, really denies map vision. If you just have a single Viking flying around. I actually think, over here at the Zelnaga, I think Morrow's getting ready for a tiny little push he's going to make, put on some pressure. I don't think he's expecting to kill Morrow with this, but I think he's actually going to go ahead and do... Oh, he's dropping as well.
Yeah,
so he's probably going to drop and move in with his Hellions at the same time, try to do a little bit of pressure here, and we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a great idea, but SjoW isn't moving in with his Hellions at the same time, just going with a single drop. Creep has reached down to the bottom right-hand corner, but he doesn't see the Marines, so very well hidden right here by SjoW, and he's going to go ahead and preemptively stim, run the Marines in there, and he's going to pop off a couple of drones. Meanwhile, Hellions are coming around the backside, so they are going to try to run into the natural as all the drones are being herded into the natural, only to run into Hellions. But look at that Morrow. Ever the proactive player realizes, hey, there is a possibility that SjoW is trying to outplay me here, so I'm going to outlevel him, and he leaves 2 roaches there.
Beautiful positioning on those roaches there. He just read SjoW's mind. Both of these Swedish players obviously thinking the same thing. He is going to end up killing a lot of workers there. What do you get, like 9 or 10?
Got 16.
16! Workers. Wow!
Pretty devastating.
That is a lot of workers. He is going to go ahead and get Baneling speed and now Roach speed as well.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice maneuver by SjoW. I wonder, did he get out with his dropship as well, or did he lose his Marines? It looks like he did, because he has 2 right here. I think he did. But, you know, I just want to call back to your guys' attention. The drop herding the drones away from the natural, away from the main into the natural, and then running in with Hellions. So basically, he was like the shepherd, only to lead the sheep into the fiery gates of the Hellions.
Very nice multi-pronged attack.
Yeah, it was very well thought out. Not the best way to deal with drones, because it's, you know, it's a drone, man. They're innocent little beings.
Oh, and another drop coming in here after Morrow. Looks like he just cleared out the gold rocks, but he's about to get dropped at his natural here. The Viking is well aware of the Zerglings there. Oh, no, maybe having second thoughts. No, he's going to drop just out of vision. Yeah,
and he doesn't want to go on the creep either. And I don't think Morrow sees it. No, he doesn't. No. So, does he have Banelings out already? He does have the Baneling nest and centrifugal hooks on the way.
Almost there, about 80%.
Oh, those Marines are going to get in there once again. Morrow is going to run into the main now for fear of maybe another fiery gates of hell awaiting him in the main. But no, he's just going to leave the drones here, and he will engage those double dropships. And so, doesn't lose too much there.
Out of there. Wow, yeah, that's very effective.
Oh, there was another drop there. I called it, man.
There it is.
I called that. Dude, SjoW is playing a very aggressive game against Morrow. I bet Morrow wishes right now he didn't switch to Zerg.
He's hiding in that little Sim City back there that Morrow actually created with his buildings. And Zerglings aren't going to be able to surround there. Yeah,
that actually hurts Morrow pretty
bad.
Definitely,
right, yeah. That's a great little nook to drop in. And now he's just going to lift up, take off, no loss. He's dropping again at the natural here.
He is dropping again at the natural. Good call right there. SjoW has a couple of Marines here, but the Roaches aren't going to be able to deal with that. Meanwhile, this dropship is coming in for another pass, but it looks like we have a lot of Roaches and Banelings about to roll into SjoW, and SjoW only has a single bunker here. Could be it. SjoW doesn't have all of his forces at home. He's got a lot of them abroad, and it looks like the Marines are going to split away from the Banelings, only to go into the SCVs! I mean, yeah, you run your Marines away, but you don't run them to lead Banelings into SCVs, man.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch is the word to describe the day. That was pretty devastating for Morrow, and if we pull up that workers kill tab, just kind of evened out by a little bit.
Wow, yeah, that was a very strong counter from Morrow. Pretty much the only move he had in that, because he was getting picked apart by those drops and those Hellion attacks. And it looks like SjoW is just gearing up here to make his big final attack here with these Marines and these tanks. I think if this fails, he's going to go ahead and GG out. We'll have to see what happens here.
Yeah, I don't think it's that desperate of a push, though. It might be. I mean, he lost a lot of SCVs at his natural, but he is going to come in here with this ragtag army. He has 2 Marines in the background as well. Where are the Banelings? Oh, these Banelings are exposed right now. SjoW needs to pop those Banelings off. He is engaging amongst the Lings, and it looks like the Banelings have come out, and oh, man, that was devastating. Ooh. That could be it for SjoW.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. I was calling that prematurely there. It's actually extremely even. Let's take a look at the Army tab. Do you know what that hotkey is at A?
It is indeed A for the Army tab. So both players dead even on Army.
Pretty even.
Yeah, and you know Morrow is still ahead in economy.
Morrow is up on workers, so yeah, he did a lot with those Bangling bombs, the natural, and now SjoW is going to go ahead and take out the rocks of his gold. He's going to take this expansion here.
Yeah, with all the action that's happened so far, Dark Rabbi, it seems like the game is still fairly even. Neither player too far ahead. I feel like SjoW may have been a little cavalier with that push. I mean, he walked all the way up to the natural despite all the creep behind him, and he didn't take out the tumors, and that's what really, that was the reason why he lost all of his forces. So I really feel like he should have been a little bit more cautious there rather than just waltzing onto the creep. That's not a floor you can dance on. So Morrow,
well said.
Morrow comes out ahead after that battle, and it looks like he's gearing up for another attack. I love Morrow's aggressive playstyle with Zerg.
And he's actually just now getting siege mode for SjoW here. Very late, and this push right here, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. He does have quite a few tanks. He doesn't have it yet. It's halfway done.
Oh, no.
Oh, I think this is it for SjoW here.
Oh, my goodness. Morrow just going to take a quick win here with a really well-calculated attack. I don't really know what kind of attack
the roaches are coming in.
So weird, dude.
Yeah. Gonna kill this factory, gonna move up, break the supply depot.
Oh no.
All he has is medevacs now.
He needs to get those tanks out, but I don't think he has enough time to do it. And those roaches are gonna make their way up the ramp, and this could be GG for SjoW.
Looks like this is gonna be another 2-0 here.
Yeah, Morrow just playing a very aggressive playstyle. Works out pretty well for him. There is a drop right now in the main, though, so that's why SjoW hasn't quite left the game yet. He's trying to exact whatever damage he can, and he has a PF at the bottom right.
He does, and what is this over here? Is this another command center?
Yeah, it's just another command center chilling in the air. So, hey, both players kind of going for a little bit of base race here.
This is an interesting situation.
I was wondering, the whole time I was like, why doesn't SjoW have more forces? And they're abroad once again. Well,
oh, and he lifts up there to avoid the Banelings. A very nice micro there. He's going to go ahead and drop back in the main. The Zerglings are going to cut them off, fly directly below those medevacs. He should actually
hide back here in the little nook.
Yeah, that would be a great move.
But he's actually going to hide a little bit behind the middle lines. That's not too bad, but oh my goodness, the Banelings. Devastation to those dropships, to the Marines inside the dropships, and Morrow still doing damage inside the production facility, inside the main of the Terran player. And this could be GG, man.
Yeah, this looks like SjoW is frantically rebuilding barracks here at his planetary fortress at his third, but I really don't think he has much of a chance. Let's take a look at the harvester count real quick. We're looking at, it's actually only about 10 harvester difference, but
the problem is that Morrow hasn't lost any of his production. All of his hatcheries are alive. All of his buildings are alive for producing units. The Roach Warren, the Baneling Nest, whereas SjoW has to rebuild all of his barracks. So he's pretty far behind right now.
And he's only mining from that one base. Morrow's grabbing the gold. Morrow's actually, I love his 12 drone rush. That's one of my favorite.
Morrow has a 12 drone rush? I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, well, he used to do it on Steps of War, which is no longer in the map pool, but he pioneered this 12 drone rush. He used to do it on his stream on Team Liquid, and became very popular. A lot of my friends like to do that 12 drone rush. You double extractor trick, and then you just 12 drone rush the guy. It only works against Terran and on maps where it's a very, very short rush distance. You end up showing up when his barracks is about halfway done. Oh, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and take out this planetary fortress here. Yeah, it's a great move. I don't know why I just went off on that side note, but
sorry,
man. Take out this planetary.
Always welcome at IPL.
Now he's going to swing around, go into the last base of SjoW, and this. Oh wow. Two tanks?
Yeah, we have 2 tanks and 3 Marines still trying to do a little bit of damage wherever possible. They are going to run into these, the Roaches are going to run into this PF, but all the SCVs are going to repair it, and I think SjoW is going to survive here. Actually, Morrow running all these roaches, it may not be the best idea because he's going to lose every single last one to this mighty, mighty PF, and that gives SjoW a chance to recover a little bit. If we pull up that workers kill tab, still going very high. The Terran player is still down by about half his harvesters. However, losing all those roaches, it means that Morrow will not be able to make another attack, and SjoW can rebuild. He's got all his production facilities up, so maybe a small ray of light for SjoW.
It could be. It would be quite a miracle here. Yeah. He's half the supply of Morrow. Morrow has 3 mining bases. SjoW has the single, not even an orbital, a planetary. So he's got no mules.
No mules. No
just
comsat.
A standing army. Very little production facilities. So this would take a miracle. I would be very impressed if SjoW would be able to pull this out here.
Oh.
Where'd that Banshee come from?
I don't know. Banshee just appeared out of midair. Must have came from another game on the right side of the screen.
Yeah, that's the best explanation.
Over from MLG or something. So we do have a Banshee over here. Got lost at the last turn, and it's decided to join this game. So SjoW has a Banshee in the mix. It's going to help him a little bit, but oh my god. Is he going to drop on the high ground? Yeah, he is. Pretty creative there, but that leaves his entire main exposed. And this PF is going to go down literally right now.
Yeah, here come the Banelings into the mineral line, taking out, right-click that planetary, and that's going to do it.
That's got to be it.
Blast base. Well, actually, he's got one on the right here. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Yeah, he's got one. I mean, at this point, man, he's just saying, I don't want to lose my Andrew Jackson. It's $20.
Oh, yep, there it is.
There's
the GG finally from SjoW.